Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Joe Barber once again. So now I got my hair cut. Now I'm here in my office, and I was just, going over some thoughts, and I was talking to my friend Alex, which we've been friends for over 15 years. Went to barber college together. So we've had a long history, and we've watched the barber industry grow, and we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. Some people want to be close to you because they find some value in you, and then they want you to mentor them. They want you to teach them, but then they don't want to invest anything on their part. It's like, like a fast food mentality. Like, I'm gonna go get what I want and then boom, take off and move on. We've learned to accept that some people are that way, and we know that it stems from something else deep within. So we understand that, and really that's the reason why we want to become instructors. Why we want to move forward with this barber college that we're about to open. And I really want people to understand that we have experienced a lot of good, bad, and ugly in the barber industry, and that's why we feel like we have to do what we're doing to make a change, to make a difference. And we want people to understand that barbering is not a fad. Barbering is not like I don't know, like a trend, like people are trying to make it out to be. And there's a lot of people that are getting by with just, well, they got the image and they got this and they got the tattoos and whatever. And that's great if that's who you are. If that's who you really are deep within and that's how you express yourself, great. But I don't want people to believe that that's what a barber is. The foundation of what a barber is someone that is skilled at cutting hair, someone that is skilled in life, that's capable of not only uplifting your outer but inner, building relationships with people. And that's what it is, man. That's what it's all about, building up your community. I think a lot of times we in general just get caught up. We do things because it makes us feel good, or we feel like people are going to love us for it. And sometimes that expectation right there is what hurts us at the end, whether it's being a professional athlete, whether it's being a rapper, whatever. I think we all go through that too, where we want to be great at something so people can love us, but then that same energy that we put into being great, people will critique you and people will talk down on you, and you have to be able to maintain and hold on to who you are, and don't change to fit in, so everyone can love you, because it's not gonna happen, man. If you can go back in my history and look at all my YouTubes, I wouldn't cuss. I would never say I'm the man. Hey, who wants some? Come, blah blah. Like, I was never that kind of guy. But if you know my history too, if you know me personally, you know that back in the day, that's who I was. Like, I was a very angry and miseducated individual because I was not happy with who I was. And I come from a rough upbringing. I've been around a lot of, gang members. I've been around a lot of bad situations. So I felt like that's the only way I could really, get by and gain people's respect, is by fighting or showing that I'm a tough guy or whatever. So I'm not that guy. Now, I mean, I still have my moments, but I try to be very, very, very logical with my decision making. And all the weaknesses I feel like I try to work through them, whether it was communicating, whether it was confidence, whether it was my fears, fear of death, fear of the unknown that's out there in this world, the fear of, being a part of like this scheme that the world has, like, and as you get older, you start seeing that there is a system that's in place. It's like the Matrix. It's there's families that have positioned themselves at the tip top of our society. That's that 1% that makes all the decisions for the rest of us. And yes, man, you can get yourself out of poverty. You can be talented. You can build up a brand. You can make lots of money. That's great, and it's wonderful to do and to push through that. But at the end, dude, if you are not who you are, like if you lose yourself and all that, that's what they say, it's lonely at the top. because then you don't know who's real. Then you don't even see yourself real. And I can tell you the story of the whole Mike Tyson story, like what he went through, the adversity he went through in his whole life, right? And you see that someone from Brownsville, New York, to come up the way he came up, to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest heavyweight ever, being one of the most famous people ever, you see like he was unhappy and he still did things and he reverted back to his childhood. Like I'm just crazy. I don't care. I don't have any respect for myself, any respect for nobody. I'm an animal type of mentality, to where he's at now. And I think a lot of us that come from the slums, come from the projects, come from wherever, we think that way sometimes, and we have to realize that we can change that. And it takes a lot of discipline, it takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of honesty with yourself, knowing like these are my strengths and these are my weaknesses, and these are the things that I need to work on, whether it's communication, whether it's money management, whether it's knowledge, and whatever it is that you want to pursue. It just takes time and dedication, man. Like I know we always talk about these books, right? That this is one of the books. Your One Word is a book that I have been reading, and I feel like my communication skills were not as great as I wanted them to be. So this is like the powerful secret to creating a business and life that matter. So it's Evan Carmichael that wrote this book, and this is a book that I have been reading. This is another book that I recommend. Rich Dad Poor Dad. A lot of people have read it, but you got to read that book like 3 or 4 times, man. I'm telling you. There's another book that I had that I was reading in here when I have time. It's called it's a Robert Greene book. I have it somewhere, and sorry. It's a Robert Greene book, and it's like The Art of Mastery. And Robert Greene makes a lot of great books. He has the 48 Laws of Power as well, but he has a whole collection of books that I've purchased and I've read. This is another thing for anybody that's entrepreneur. This book right here, Lower Your Taxes, big time. This is a great book, and these are the things I wasn't taught, that you don't get taught that in barber college. Now in my school, I am going to teach people about taxes, building up your business portfolio, building up credit, building up the habits to be able to sustain a business. Anybody can open a business, anybody can do that. To sustain a business for over a period of 15, 20, 30 years, franchise it, there's a lot of options out there, but I'm saying anybody can open a business. To have a successful business is another thing. To run an efficient business is another thing. From the outside, we can see business and be like, man, that business is dope. And they might be crumbling from within, and you don't even know. And then a year, 2 years later, they're out because they didn't manage their time, they didn't manage their money, and they went broke. Same thing that happened like to MC Hammer, wasn't keeping track of things, right? So you could look at that story and be like, wow. So you learn from these people, the mistakes they make, and that's called wisdom. That's how you gain wisdom. You learn by watching other people mess up, and then you're like, wow, okay, I'm not doing that. And you have to have mentors, man. Older people that have seen it, been there, and that they've done it, and they're guiding you. Like, don't go down that road. I've been down that road, so don't go down. Make these adjustments. So be honest with yourself, man. I really encourage y'all to do that. Like I said, man, I'm pursuing. I've already done my hours. I got to take my test, and I'll have my instructor's license. And I'm gonna open my own school. I'm gonna teach people how to cut hair, how to conduct business, how to work on your personal growth. How to do designs, how to adjust your clippers. I'm gonna fly in a couple of my friends to come speak, and we'll have barber competitions and all that kind of stuff, man, which is great. But I want y'all to see the beforehand, before it gets crazy, before it gets, before we blow up, before people start lining up to come to our school. I want this video to be out there, let y'all know, like, man, I'm being genuine, God is going to open the door for me. It's not me opening this door. God's opening this door for me. And it's not even for me. It's not even for me to shine. It's for me to help the people out there that need guidance. It's easy to critique people that are failing. It's easy to critique the people that are not at your level, or people that are making mistakes because they don't know any better. That's easy to do, and I know we do that a lot on social media. We like to make fun of people and look at that failure, and he's this, he's that, not knowing what they're really dealing with within, and not even giving advice. So that's what I've been put on this earth to do, is to accomplish all that I have, and now I'm gonna help lead the new school into a better place. And I think a lot of barbers, we like in the future, we can't be replaced. At least I don't think so. We can't be replaced by robots unless we all just start cutting our hair bald, and we don't have any expressions of who we are, and we're disconnected with that. But I want y'all to hold on to that, and I want y'all to understand that in all seriousness, man, we have to do better. We have to do better as a people, and that each one teach one mentality, that's very important. I know a lot of reality shows are out there showing you how they live and how they do things, and then we emulate them, and we were conditioned to, I want to be a gamer, I want to be a reality TV star, or I want to be whatever the case may be. And they'll change you. I've been on those kind of shows where they try to make you something you're not, because you're not appealing to the audiences out there. People like drama, people like gossip, people like all these negative things, and there's TV shows that have made millions and millions and millions of dollars off of that, and people tune in to watch the drama. I don't want y'all to fall into that. Don't fall into that for the money. Try to stay true to who you are. Have some respect for yourself. Have some respect for your family. I know a lot of us may not think like that now, but back in the day, man, that was a big thing. Like, bringing shame to your family was a big thing, and I still have that, not because of my ancestors or my mother, my father, or my grandparents. I feel like I changed the course of my family. I had to take that burden to be the one to say, you know what, this is enough. I'm gonna break these chains, and I'm gonna steer away from prison, away from the drugs, away from the projects, away from that lifestyle of living on Section 8, food stamps, all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that it's bad, because I grew up on that. We didn't have that, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. But I'm saying I took the initiative to say, you know what, man, I have to do something to change that, so my kids don't have to live like that. I can do better. And I don't talk down on nobody that's in the projects. I love that the people, that's my audio, and I love the people. I don't love that they think that they need to stay in this box or in this little bubble of like the projects is all you can do and that's the best you can do. Like, no, man, you can get out of there. You have to come up with a plan. You have to discipline yourself. You have to say no to the partying, the no to the being out, the no to the drugs, the no to the that instant gratification of fulfilling your personal demons or whatever it is that you're battling with. You have to build yourself up, man, and you have to have faith in yourself. You have to love yourself enough. So I really want people to start thinking that way, that I deal with, because I want y'all to know that you can do better. You can make your family name have value. You can believe in yourself, and you can give your children something to believe in. A lot of us have daughters and a lot of us have sons, and it would kill me to see my daughter be on TikTok in a bra and panties because she has a big butt, doing all these trends. Like, that's shameful to me, and that's my opinion. Thank God I don't have a daughter, but I have 5 boys, and I have my boys that they're not doing anything like that, and it's like, oh, if they were, would you support them, Joe? And I'm like, well, I would have felt like I felt that as a father and as a role model. 1, 2 is I support my kids at whatever they're doing, but I want to guide them and let them understand, if they take that path, if they really feel that that's what they were created to do, then we'll have that conversation. But for most part, it's like, look, man, I always tell my kids, have respect for yourself and don't bring any shame to this family. because when they hear this last name, I don't want them to associate it with drugs. I don't want them to associate it with gangs. I don't want them to associate our last name with anything but something that's positive. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I've been cutting. That's why I've been pushing. That's why I do career days. That's why I travel. That's why I try to be the best that I can be, not only for myself, but for my family. For us to have, that's like my brand is my family. And as long as my kids are successful, one of my boys went to school at Texas A&M in Corpus. And then now one of my other boys, Jeremy, he just beat cancer and he's going back to UT in Austin. For him to get his degree there is like a huge, huge thing for my family, not only for my immediate family, but for everyone that came before us, because I don't know anybody in my family that has a college degree that came before me. Now, on my father's side, I'm pretty sure I have somebody, but I'm not too close with my father's family as much as I would like to be. But I've learned a lot from my cousins, and I love my cousins that I know, but I just don't, I can't, off the top of my head, think of one person that graduated and got their master's degree or whatever and is very successful in life and making a difference for people. I don't have that. So, because if I did, I'd be over there with them all the time trying to learn and asking for guidance. But my kids, they have me, and hopefully one of my boys will pick up some clippers and become a barber. And if not, it's okay. I'm not pressing my kids to do anything other than what they feel that God put them here for. So I say that just to, and let y'all know that I'm very serious about what I'm doing, and I feel like this is my purpose. And I wanted to take time to let y'all know that, like, I don't want to just put, like those, I know my videos that I put before are not like, I'm just going off the dome, I freestyle. I don't have like a script, and I don't edit it. I don't put it into some software. I have a computer here. I don't put it in software and do all these things and make it look really cool like some of my friends do. But I just like being transparent. I like being authentic, and I want everything to be organic, like it's happening right here, right now. I don't have, a sheet where I'm reading off of and my PowerPoints, all that kind of stuff. But y'all guys out there, man, I really appreciate those that are watching these videos. I'm not getting thousands of views for these videos. I don't care. If I can make a difference in one person, that's all that matters. And to me, it's just like, I'm very, 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 very dedicated to opening my school. I'm very happy about that. I'm very excited, very motivated. And I really want to reach out to a lot of my friends out there that I'm just happy to see succeed, man. I'm talking about like a lot of people that y'all may know. A-Rod, my boy A-Rod is doing great. My boy MP, my boy Papito is doing good out there in Arlington. He's out. All those three guys were out of El Paso. Los Cut It, Moody, Mr. Official, Eric Pacino's, Mark, Blurry Fades. Like, these are all people. And I don't want to forget anybody, but there's just so many people that I know that have been in the barber game for so long, and I'm just very happy that they're doing great and everybody is growing. My boy Famous out there in Canada, he's in Winnipeg. He's from Winnipeg, and now he's in where is Famous at now? I want to say he's opened his shop in St. Winnipeg. I don't know. But anyways, Famous is one of my friends. He's a great dude, very talented. And these are all people that I've met through networking, building, accepting jobs to travel and going to different places. And it's just great, to see, there's, I don't want to forget a lot of people, but I'm just saying, like, there's so many people that when I first started cutting, that I networked with, that I was part of barber battles, that I was part of reality shows, that I was part of whatever it may have been. And we all want to see each other win, man. Ain't nobody trying to step on nobody and disrespect nobody. We're all pushing. We're all in our own lane. We're running our own race, but at the same time, we're all winning. And that's what it's about, man. We're making a big difference in our communities. I'm telling you, man, I've met a lot of barbers and there's over 100 barbers that I can mention that have influenced me in one way or another, whether it's through the work or whether it's through the results. Jay Majors, we got Sip the Surgeon out in Dallas. We got, I don't want to, Lena Piccinini, my girl out in Jersey, that's my homie. You know, Diego is you know what I'm saying. There's a lot. I can go on and on through each city that I've been at, man. And just shout out to all my brothers and sisters out there that are getting it, man. And I'm just happy that I was able to cross paths with them. I was happy that they were very supportive when I needed help, when my son was diagnosed. And I think going through all that, it's put a thick layer on me, and it's pushed me and it's pushed him to be stronger, to be better. And by me opening my school, my oldest son wants to come to my school to be a barber. My youngest son wants to. So those are, and I tell him, like, look, dude, this cutting hair is not like a hobby, or, you know, it's like you got to go all in and you got to love it, because you're going to get frustrated if you want to make a living off of it. Now, if you're just doing it because you're living at home with me and, okay, cool, you want to cut some of your friends, I'll teach you. But if you want to make a living off of this thing and build a life and build a house and get cars and all that kind of stuff and make it a career, you got to love it, man. And it's a lot of ups and downs. So, but anyway, man, I just wanted to put this video out and be a little bit more connected with you guys. And I really appreciate all the support from everyone out there. And like I said, man, opening a school in San Antonio, Texas is what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm going through, the process of opening my barber school. And I'm going to teach everything that I've learned throughout these 20 years, whether it's designs, whether it's cutting hair, whether it's, you know, how to network, how to, you know, do your video stuff and all that. And I'm not like 100% like mastered everything, but if I can share this and it'll help catapult you and, you know, ground you to have a good foundation, and you can be successful and make a difference for your family, that's all I want, man. Just that's all I want. And I don't care about your background. I don't care whatever you've been through. As soon as you walk in through these doors and I'm able to help you make a difference, then I'm going to do everything in my power to hold you accountable and to get you ready to be successful in life. All of us have different dreams. All of us have different goals. But if you have the right person in your corner, man, the right mentor can make a world of a difference. And I feel like I can be that for a lot of people. My two instructors that are going to be with me are great guys, and they've also endured a lot of hardship, but also understand that, hey, man, that barbering, we don't want to say barbering like saved our lives, but it's made a big difference for us. So we want to share that with y'all. So all right, man, I just wanted to finish this video. So y'all stay blessed and y'all stay faded.